My name is Amy Freeman. I'm a multimedia artist and producer, and I work in oils and music and technology. I'm a symbolist expressionist, which means that I paint primarily to express an emotional meaning rather than to represent objects. The inspiration for most of my pieces comes from nature initially, and then I sometimes associate different visual images with a certain kind of sound. And sometimes I will perceive them to be in a certain musical key, and sometimes I don't. In this painting here, which is a painting of a photograph that I took of Vasona Park in Los Gatos, I did many versions of this painting in different color sets to express different feelings. This one is brights. As you can see, it's very bright hued. I have another one that's called Vasona Park in D flat, which is muted blues and grays, because that to me felt sort of like a flat key. So this piece is part of a triptych that is under construction. This is the first panel. This was shown in Barcelona as part of a large group show sponsored by Expo Metro. It was shown actually in the subway of Barcelona for several weeks, which is great exposure. And this is called The Singer's Tears. It's got a woman with tears going down on sort of a drab background, the tears bringing forth life with the color of the flowers. And it is part of a sorrow, learning, recovery kind of storyline, which is still under production. I'm highly influenced by Paul Klee and Vasily Kandinsky, who were the founders of color theory and our understanding of modern art as expressed in the Bauhaus art school in Germany in last century. So I'm primarily influenced by their work, also the arts and crafts movement in the US. Somewhat in contrast actually to the last set where the color was maybe more impressionistically sourced, like it felt like something, which is a common thing in art, and in the space where artists are talking about the feeling of color, that's a common experience. So that's one kind of experience with color and music. In this particular painting though, it's a lot more definitive. So this set of paintings is actually a direct translation of the notes that I'm playing in a composition that I wrote for piano. And it came about as I've been a piano teacher for 15 years, and teaching people how to read music is very difficult. There's a lot of problems with how the music is written on the page, as you may know. So in the process of teaching people how to read music and also thinking about maybe there being better ways to imagine that visually, I came up with these paintings wherein there's a code to the colors that are being used, which if you know what it is, will tell you what notes to play. The colors that are on this grid are not, let's say, randomly chosen. And this is a piece with 3 movements. So this is the A section, the B section, and the C section. This triptych was shown in Italy, in Milan, downtown Milan, as part of the Expo Metro show, October 26th and 27th of 2024.